has the Civil War and also labor migration of the younger people, how has that impacted cattle culture in New Ireland?
The cattle culture is still there. People still value cattle, but with the war, people have migrated to neighboring countries, and not all people has taken the cows with them. Few might have, but not in a number that would be used to pay a dowry. So what happened is that people will settle on, when we go back, I will give you cows, so that people cannot stop getting married. And then with the children growing up in the refugee camps, the attachment to the cows, to the young people, is very small degree compared to when I was growing up. So we lost this interest of cattle from the young generation. And then after the peace was signed, people has come back. Instead of going back to the villages, they went to the towns. So the interest in the cows has diminished among the people who used to live in refugee camps and ended up, after the peace, going to the towns in southern Sudan. And I have observed also the number of cattle has decreased because people are now selling cows, which is unheard of in the 60s and 70s. Even to sell a good, it takes about a half a day negotiation between children and parents, or people, because cattle are owned by family rather than individuals. If my father have 50 cows, I have the right to pay them to a dowry, but I don't have the right to sell them. I can't do that. So to do that, it has to be very, very reasonable thing, or something that it really makes sense to everybody. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to sell this. No, you can't do that. The interest has decreased a little bit now compared to years ago, and I think this is due to the civil war, and people has interacted and has realized also that there are other valuable things out there than cows. But it's still, the role it played a long time ago is still there, and even if you don't pay all the cows when you're married, you are expected to pay when you get some.